immigrants. Well, I'll bet you almost everybody in this room has to have some sympathy toward immigration, since most of us have gotten here because somebody immigrated into this country. So I look at the immigration problem, because it indeed is a problem, more in economic terms than anything else. And my argument is that if you subsidize something, you're going to get more of it. And this country subsidizes illegal immigration. Therefore, we shouldn't subsidize illegal immigration, and we should attack this problem differently. If we had a healthy, thriving economy, like I said, that if you want to care about your fellow man, you want to have free markets and sound money. If we had that, there would actually be a high demand for labor, both manual labor as well as technical labor. And there would be a real desire to bring people in, but they would come in legally. But today, what we do is we give this enticement. Well, if you come illegally, we'll let you get in front of the line. We'll give you a short road. We'll give you amnesty. I don't believe in amnesty. I don't think we should do that. And at the same time, if somebody comes here illegally, they qualify for free medical care and free education. And then your school district or whatever, the federal government sends down mandates and say, you will do this. The hospitals have to do this. In Texas, some of our hospitals are going bankrupt because of this. So I would say there shouldn't be any mandates and any gifts for somebody breaking the law. And even our welfare system. Our welfare system here at home discourages a healthy economy. It encourages people not to work because you can get paid for not working. And so it's the problem. And I've even said this during the debates, that sometimes the immigrants are used as scapegoats because they blame the immigrant, but really the problem is more basic. It has to do with where our country is and the weak economy. And the worse our economy gets, the more hostility there will be toward somebody, and unfortunately it's going to be driven toward immigrants, whether they're legal or illegal. But the answer, once again, to this problem is found in freedom and obeying the law and making sure nobody's rewarded for breaking the law.
Hillary Clinton has talked about nationalizing healthcare. What's your opinion on that?
Hillary Clinton has advocated national health care. What is my opinion? I think it is a very bad idea. Two quick reasons for this is, one, is unconstitutional. There's no authority in the Constitution for the government to run health care, just like it doesn't have the authority to run your schools. And second is, it's very inefficient. I mean, socialized medicine, having a single payer system is like saying, well, I believe in socialized medicine. But that's not popular to say, oh, I'm for socialized medicine. Americans don't like socialism, but they want single health payers, where everybody gets something for free. But it doesn't happen. Right now, the greatest burden that you're facing, your age group, is not trying to pay all the Social Security beneficiaries that money's already been spent on wars and doing other things. The biggest burden that you're inheriting is the medical system, because it is in worse financial shape than Social Security. And then to expand the coverage without tightening up the problem and making it more efficient, which markets do, this just means that you are going to be more impoverished, and then they'll put more controls on the doctors, and more doctors will be dropping out. I hear it all the time. It's hard to find a doctor anymore on the socialized part. And we have to believe and understand markets work, freedom is popular, even in delivering medical care. You don't have to have the government doing something they're incapable of doing.
What are your thoughts about the rising college tuition prices?
What are my thoughts about the rising cost of college tuition? Well, I think it's terrible. When I went to college, I paid my first year of college by mowing lawns. I had mowed lawns in high school and saved it. And then the second year, I was able to pay it by running a soda fountain on the college campus. And then later on, I had a job at a fraternity house that paid, I managed the food and things, and I made enough money to pay for all my food. And my tuition was $325. And you say, yeah, but now it's $3,000, $5,000, $10,000, who knows, depends on what school you go to. You have to ask, why is the cost going up? One reason is the value of the dollar is going down. Inflation, when you print a lot of money, causes prices to go up, but not evenly. In certain areas, prices go up much more rapidly than they should. Education and medicine, because government's more involved. But where the government's least involved, producing cell phones and computers and TVs, those prices stay stable or go down in spite of the inflation. So the major factor of the cost of education going up is the inflation, the devaluation of the dollar. So if you don't think about monetary policy, which I hope you'll continue to think about the Federal Reserve System, if you don't think about that, you can't solve the problem, because it's a devaluation of the monetary system. But there's other reasons too. Just the management through government. If you pump money into a system, it bids prices up in addition to the inflation. But it's the least competitive area. And once again, it's going to be difficult to provide you for your college education, just as it is going to be difficult to provide for your medical benefits. But it's a major problem. It won't be solved by lobbying your congressman and saying, will you please vote for more money for more scholarships? Oh, okay, I'll do that. But they don't have any money. They'll just print the money. And the quicker they print the money, the faster the prices will go up. Just last week or so, they passed out $600 or $1,200 to almost all American. Well, the price of gasoline went up so fast that it canceled the benefits of all that money that went out there. It didn't help the economy because they printed that money. So we have to get back to common sense, to the point where, monopoly money doesn't work. And that is why the founder said, only gold and silver work.
Yeah!
Study further the monetary policy, because there's no authority in the Constitution for a central bank. No authority whatsoever for the Federal Reserve System. One more, I'm told, then we must leave. One more question? Can you relay it? Borrow more money? Okay. If we continue to do what we're doing, the dollar is going down in value on the international exchange markets. That's very important. Today the dollar was down more. You see that's in the evening news. What that means is your prices will be going up. Interest rates eventually will go up. And it will further weaken the economy. It's going to make everybody poorer. The middle class will get poorer. Standard of living is going down. That's why people are very unhappy. And it's going to continue. And if you continue to make mistakes, it's going to do this and they do this and drop off a cliff. If you went and corrected it, like I said, save $500 billion a year, bring our troops home, have that money spent at home, balance the budget, restore confidence into the dollar would go up in value, oil prices would stabilize or come down, and we would have time to work our way out of this. So on the way we're going right now, it's going to be big trouble, and the economy is going to be weaker. It's going to be a tougher time getting jobs. Now I want to finish on a positive note, because that's negative. The positive side is that if we do the right things, it still will hurt. But it's like a drug addiction. If you don't stop taking the drugs, the patient dies. But when you try to wean somebody off drugs, the patient doesn't feel so good and there are withdrawal symptoms. But if you do it correctly, the withdrawal symptoms will last about a year or so, and then if you have your freedom and go to work and know you can keep what you earn, we'll all do quite well. Thank you.